Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
Prior to starting this blog, I had quite a bit of experience in blogging and organic search engine optimization for other businesses, agency side and client side. But I didn't start this as a business. It was purely started as a passion blog. I had no thoughts whatsoever about monetizing. I just wanted to create really helpful content for other people like me. I started blog in a niche I was a beginner in at that time with the goal of helping others just a few steps behind me. I fell more and more in love with the niche itself and with blogging. I slowly built a readership and the blog gradually became well known as one of the few blogs delivering true, honest reviews on products in this niche from someone who seemed to know a bit about what he was saying. I saw the opportunity to make an income with the blog, first of all just by adding Amazon associate links for products I was reviewing. If I could earn a bit of extra income doing something I loved, that seemed amazing, and I didn't have any aspirations beyond that initially. After about 5 years, though, the traffic and income were becoming fairly substantial. I could see that there was a real opportunity to turn the blog into a very profitable business, so I sought out someone who had a track record in building profitable websites, who helped me on a consultancy basis to build the blog to the point it's at now as a growing and profitable business.
Why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
Will depend on the buyer and the offer. I am reluctant to sell it as I still love it and it'll hurt to part with it entirely. But the reason I've listed it on Empire Flippers to discuss the potential of selling to the right buyer is that I started 2 other businesses in the same niche, an e-commerce business and a YouTube channel, which I built initially with the blog that have now grown into businesses in their own right. And these businesses aren't going to reach their full potential if I don't put more time and energy into them. So it does make perfect sense to sell the blog at this point, even though it's something that would be very difficult for me to do.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
In terms of maintaining the current level of affiliate income, it's really just a case of keeping the main money posts refreshed and up to date, which isn't an issue at all. Where the main work is keeping up with all the opportunities that this particular niche has been continually generating for the past 5 years or so, which is showing no signs of slowing down. The blog has become well known in the niche, so whenever there's a new product, readers are expecting me to review it. Brands usually reach out to me, and there's the opportunities there to add new streams of income to the blog by reviewing the product, which in turn tends to lead to various other profitable content opportunities, including comparison posts. This niche is now exploding more than ever, especially since some huge brand names have recently started to compete, so the amount of opportunity in this area is continually growing. So in short, the work is mainly keeping up with the potential for growth by keeping on top of the latest developments, mainly in terms of the new products being launched. Since I write all of my own content, this potential is going to keep me far too busy to have the bandwidth to properly focus on the other growing businesses. Someone running this blog purely as a business, though, will be able to use freelance writers to make the most of this opportunity, which is something I struggle to do purely because of my love for the niche. I've tried it and I just can't help myself but completely rewrite the posts.
So if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
There really isn't a great deal that needs to be done to grow the business. The unique position of the blog as a leading independent blog in this niche ensures its continued growth. It's just a case of being able to continue to pursue all the opportunities that are continually being made available. So if I do keep the business, I'll take on a small team of freelance writers and I'll train them to have somewhere near my level of passion for the content, to the point that they're writing a level of content I'm happy to publish without too much editing. And I'll continue to grow the business more from the position of an editor, giving me the time required to focus on the e-commerce business and the YouTube channel.
Right. And what would you say are the biggest risks with this business that buyers should be aware of?
Clearly, the biggest risk in an affiliate marketing business that attracts most of its readership via organic search is in changes from Google and changes from the affiliate partners. Fortunately, the blog has been on the positive side of most of Google's algorithm updates so far, due largely to the fact that my main activity from day one has been in creating valuable content. But of course, there are still risks posed by changes in organic search going forward, and any changes from the affiliate partners that are outside of our control. We've mitigated these risks as much as possible by building a very responsive mailing list, currently just over 27,000 strong. By becoming known as one of the few blogs that's publishing content in the niche that's worth taking the time to read, and also developing relationships with brands that have led to being able to offer exclusive discount codes to readers. Also, when it comes to affiliate partners, we've dealt with that risk by reducing the number of eggs in one basket by continually developing new partnerships, now to 22 in total. There are a few key affiliate partners that are responsible for the bulk of the earnings, but several of the other partners now represent significant percentages of the overall monthly income.
How much support are you willing to offer the buyer who acquires this business?
Literally as much as they'll take. As I've mentioned, this blog is very important to me, and even if I end up no longer owning it, I'll still be very keen on ensuring its continued success. I'd be more than happy to provide ongoing support for the first 60 or 90 days as part of the sale agreement. In an ideal world, I wouldn't want to walk away from the blog entirely. I'd prefer to continue to work with the buyer on a consultancy basis, which can be discussed in more detail with any potential buyer.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earnout agreement?
For the right deal with the right buyer, nothing is off the cards, but I'd be looking for a high percentage of cash up front.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
This niche is incredible. It was a small, very niche section of the much bigger mainstream market when I started the blog. Then it's become an increasingly bigger portion of the market, and now it's on the cusp of becoming the mainstream for reasons that will be explained to the potential buyer. The blog has become the leading independent resource in this niche, so it's perfectly poised to continue to make the most of this potential as the niche continues to explode.
All right, everyone, thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll find everything you need to know about this business. So, thanks for joining us. See you next time.